It is so fun to craft with unconventional items. Hey Bestie, this is Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to show you 4 amazing Dollar Tree clothespin hacks. I have 12 of the larger clothespins from Dollar Tree. They also sell smaller ones in the Crafter's Square section. And then I've also got this cutting board from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to unwrap it. We're going to use the cutting board as our background. And we're going to take one of the little metal connectors from the clothespin and make a hanger on the back, add some hot glue and masking tape to hold it secure. They work really well. Next, we're just going to turn that over and we're going to start building a carrot using the clothespins. So we're going to take the clothespins apart and then I'll save the little connectors for the future. We're going to hot glue them together like kind of back to back. So the sides that don't have as many little indentations on them. And what that does is it gives us a cute little kind of carrot shape, if you will, but we're actually going to use these to build a carrot. So I'm going to start hot gluing them on there and I'm going to do like one direction and then switch to the other direction and keep going down. And then I also will make it narrower as I go. So you see how the first two are kind of spread apart. Each time I'm going to push them in a little closer on each side until it gets very narrow at the bottom. You see how it's starting to get a little bit smaller? And pretty soon they'll be just completely overlapping. And when we get to the very bottom, I'm going to cut some pieces off of the clothespins to make the little point at the bottom of the carrot. So I took one and kind of cut it. So I got a smaller piece and then I took the last one and made the little point on the bottom. I think you can see what I'm talking about there. Now you could make this as large or as small as you like. I just use the cutting board to gauge my size. If you use a bigger piece of something, of course you can make it bigger. And if it's smaller, I would recommend those smaller clothespins that they sell. Now, obviously, if you don't have a Dollar Tree near you, you can get clothespins at all kinds of places. Even the grocery store usually has them. And for sure, Amazon. Now I'm going to take my pumpkin paint by Waverly, and I'm just going to paint this. I'm going to be very careful. And yes, I could have painted them first, but I really didn't want to because I really only want to paint the parts that you see. And that was pretty easy to do. And it's okay if a little bit of the natural wood shows. I wasn't worried about that. So I just added a little bit to the sides, and I didn't worry about getting in between too much. Isn't that cute? So then I've got this little, I guess it's a fern type of greenery from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to start cutting some small pieces and hot glue them to the top. And that'll look like the plant part of the carrot, you know, that sticks out of the ground. So I'm just going to start gluing this on here until I think it looks like what a carrot would look like. You can do this any way you want. Honestly, you could use any greenery you want. Of all the things I had in my stash, I felt like this looked pretty close. I just kept layering it on there. Now I'm going to take some burlap that I have, and I'm just going to cut a narrower piece of it and get rid of the finished edge. Tired snowflakes are coming down. I'm going to use a piece of that finished edge to just put right at the top, almost like it's kind of bunched up at the top of the carrot. How there's usually a little bit of a thicker piece there that's darker. So that's what I decided to do with that. And now I'm going to take that other piece that I had, I'm going to cinch it in the middle, and I'm going to just take another part of that edge that I cut off. I'm going to tie around it, and this is going to kind of create a cute little bow. I wanted to keep this very rustic and just super cute. I'm going to hot glue that right to the center. I'm kind of curling the ends a little bit just to give them a fun look. You can glue that down if you want, or I could have made loops. I just decided to do this. It was very easy to kind of curl it. I love how this turned out. That was all there was to it. What a fun, cute piece. And you can hang it, you can lean it, whatever you like. Let me know what you think. I have 12 of the larger clothespins from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just pull them apart and keep that little connector piece for the future in case I need it. And I'm going to do that to all 12 of them. Now that I have them, I'm going to start hot gluing them back to back, which is the side that has the least amount of little divots in it. And I'll just put those together. And I'm going to do that with all of these as well. Now that I have them, I'm going to show you the first one. We're going to take 4 of these and we're going to start gluing them together and make a carrot out of each one. So you see I have one, I glue the bottom, and at an angle I take 2 more and kind of put them narrow sides together. And then I'm going to put the very last one right in the middle of those. And this created a cute little carrot shape. See what I mean? And we have the top with an opening where we can put greenery. So you see how this looks. I'm going to make 3 of those with all of those clothespins I had. Now I'm going to paint them with my pumpkin chalk paint by Waverly. That's just the perfect color for these. You could distress these if you want. I decided not to, but I think that would look really cute to do that, especially if you have a very rustic decor or that's the look you were going for. I just kind of decided to leave it with the orange. I'm going to paint everything you see on all 3 of them.
Each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down. Collapse into water when they hit the ground.
And there they are, all painted. Now I've got this greenery from the Dollar Tree that has these cute little blue flowers. So I took off the blue flowers because I really liked the greenery for these littler carrots. I thought this looked really cute. So I just went ahead and I put them in the hole. I didn't even have to glue these because they stayed so well, but you certainly could, especially because I didn't cut them apart. I think that little loop at the bottom expanded and it made it look really nice. That was it. These would be so cute to just place around on a tier tray, on a shelf, inside of another arrangement. I just love them. They were so easy. Let me know what you think. For this super easy and adorable clothespin hack, I'm going to take 4 of the larger clothespins. I've got some googly eyes, some baby pom-poms. I got those from Amazon. And then I've got this adorable carrot ribbon from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to separate the clothespins and remove the little metal connector, which I will save in case I need it for the future. This would be such a fun craft to do with the kids or grandkids. Now I'm going to glue them back together just like they looked before, but without the metal connector. I'm going to do that to all 4 of them. And I'm just using hot glue. You can use any glue you want. I just don't like to wait for it to dry. And this goes the fastest.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down.
Now I'm going to glue the little googly eyes on. Now I turned the clothespins upside down. So what we're making is little bunnies, and those become the ears, those 2 pieces that are open at the bottom of them. And that's how it works out so nice to make little bunnies with this. And you can use any size googly eyes you want. These were the smallest I had. I don't know if they come smaller than this, but in the little bag I got from Dollar Tree, these were the smallest ones. I think they look cute though. You just kind of separate them a little so they fit right on there.
I hear the sound of empty streets.
Now I'm going to take 4 different colored of these baby pom-poms, and I'm just going to put it as a little bunny nose on all 4 of these. I wanted to keep this a very simple project. That way you have something you could do quickly if you've got some time to spend with the kiddos. Now I'm going to take this cute carrot ribbon and I'm going to cut it right down the middle to make it slightly narrower. As cute as it is, I didn't need it to be quite that thick for these clothespins. They're just not big enough for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little shoestring bow out of each piece of these that I cut. I'm going to make 4 of them. I'm going to arrange the little bows, kind of play with the tails until I get the right size on my loops and trim the tails down. And once I do that, I'm going to hot glue it right to the little bunnies, right under the nose. It'll be almost like it's a little bow right on the collar if they were wearing clothes. These are so adorable. I did that to all 4.
So all that's left is you and me.
Now I'm going to take my miter shears, and I have these magnets that I got from Amazon, and they were just too big to put on the back. So I cut them in half. I thought that would be a very quick way to do it, and it worked perfectly. If you have super heavy duty scissors, or even tin snips might have worked. I didn't think of that till just now. But they're little adhesive magnets. I'm going to hot glue and use the adhesive on the back just to make sure it's on there. And this way you can put them on your refrigerator or some other metal surface. I know mine is one of those stainless steel refrigerators, so it can only go on the side, which is fine. And so that's where they're sitting right now. But boy, are these cute. How fast and easy was that? And you didn't even need to paint anything. You could if you want to, but you don't have to. I love how they turned out. I think they were so fun. Let me know what you think. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I like to do things that are a little different here and there. So I've got these clothespins and I'm going to separate them and take off the little metal connector. Now, these are the little clothespins that you get at Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. And I've got this really pretty frame that has a little tag piece on the bottom, these cute flowers with the little baby blue flowers on them. I'm just going to open up this frame because I want to take it apart. I'm going to clean the glass because I do like to make sure that that's done as quickly as possible. And then I'm going to reassemble. I'm going to turn that picture over so it's a white background and reassemble the frame just as it was. So the only reason I took it apart was to clean the glass and change the direction of that paper. Now you could use colored paper, scrapbook paper, whatever you want. I just decided the white background was fine for me. Now I'm going to trim down these clothespins using my miter shears. That's a tool that I get from Amazon, and it's really nice if you're not super strong and you need something to cut little pieces of things. And I'm just going to position the pieces of the clothespins to look like a flower. And based on the size of your frame is how you can decide what size to cut your clothespins. I can't tell you what to do because I don't know what kind of frame you're going to use. But if you use the one I did for some reason, you can see where I cut them off on the clothespins. And what I'm trying to do is kind of create a circle in the middle, not perfectly, but just because we're going to cover it. But I just kind of want to get these petals of the flower distributed evenly. Now I'm going to take each of these little flowers that I removed from that pick, and I'm just going to start placing them in the center to cover up all the edges and make a circle out of the center.
Standing underneath the lights.
I'd be careful with this because you could really get that glue on your fingers. I was careful, but I got myself a couple times. So you could always wear finger protectors if you want. I just have a hard time working with those on. I like to touch things, so I guess I have to take that risk of getting burned.
To each other's eyes.
I've got this little bit thicker piece of twine and I'm just going to cut it down to size, and that's going to become our stem. So once I get the right size, I will glue that down. I just put a little bit on one side of it, laid it down, and then I was able to put the rest of the glue. Otherwise, I would be holding it and I would definitely burn myself. Now I'm going to add some of that little greenery down towards the bottom, almost to kind of look like there's grass there or some kind of bush that it's growing within. And I just thought that looked really pretty. And that way I'm not wasting any of it. Although if you watch me for a while, you know that I save all my little pieces of greenery and flowers and I pull them out when I need them. So if I don't use them all, that's where the rest are going to go. I have a chalk paint marker. It's kind of a very bright yellow. And I'm just going to do the flowers all on the top with that marker. You could do the flower any color you want. I did all the petals. I thought the yellow was very pretty with the blue, and so I was looking for something that I thought would be a nice accent.
I hear the sound of empty streets.
Once I got all of the petals done, I just dabbed over those little flowers. It would match better, I guess that's what I want to say. I wanted to give it a little bit of the yellow on the tips there without compromising the blue. Again, you could do any colors you like. This is very individual.
So all that's left.
Then I did take a green marker and just kind of go over that piece of twine to make the stem look more green. And that was all I did. That was so easy. It's definitely on the different side. Let me know what you think. Would you try something like this and try to make a flower out of the clothespins? I just thought, why not? Let's give it a try. Are you ready for more inspiration? I've got another video here I think you will really like. Click on it. I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.